Hi, welcome back to Cosmic Hearts Healing. On March 25th, we will be experiencing a full moon in Libra. Libra represents the 7th house energy in astrology. The 7th house is when we begin to shift our energy away from personal insights. It brings our focus on how we interact with others. 7th house vibe shines a light on relationships and teamwork. Libra's karma is all about trying to face conflict and creating the life of their desires. They need to let go of the concept of keeping the peace and not facing conflict head on. By keeping the peace, they tend to leave situations in an unhealthy state of cycles repeating. They need to realize the gift that conflict can bring. They need to embrace their truth and not be afraid to speak, and regardless of how it is received. Do you struggle with any of the following traits? Not being able to share your needs and what you need, more focused on being nice so you are well liked, creating an image where you can be seen as the nice guy or girl, but playing a role in an unhealthy cycle, being afraid to share your truth because you're scared others will abandon you, fear of being treated unfairly, a subconscious belief that you don't deserve love, not being able to trust yourself or others. If so, you might have an unhealthy attachment style. This Libra full moon screams unhealthy attachment style to me. Adam Lane Smith claims that 50% of adult Americans struggle to bond in adult relationships, which means they have an unhealthy attachment style. Attachment issues have a huge effect on how we show up in the world, not only in personal relationships, but work relationships as well. Experts say that each child will form a pattern of how they connect to others to feel loved and safe. These patterns are called attachment styles. They can show up as one of the following 4 styles: secure, anxious, avoidant, and fearful avoidant. In short, secure attachment have self-awareness and are connected to their emotions. They have no issue being vulnerable. They will share their needs and ask for help. They have proper tools to maintain their own energy and solve conflicts with others. They show up and are very consistent. Their focus is to create a stable environment for themselves and others. They will walk away from unhealthy dynamics that show no room for growth. Now, avoidant attachment has a belief system that no one will work with me to resolve conflict or issues. If they do work with me, it's not going to be done in a fair way. It's easier to put up a wall than dealing with conflict. They avoid sharing their needs and truth because they don't believe their opinion will be heard. They try to fill your needs, but they are avoiding conflict and core issues at all costs. If they start to experience bad feelings, they will put up a wall to self-regulate. They find it easier to regulate when alone. Then there is the fearful avoidant. They experiencing both the ancient and avoidant energy. It's like a seesaw, just flowing back and forth from one energy to the other. Personally, I can relate to the fearful avoidant energy. Trust me, if you need any kind of references to verify this, I have a list. And if you're on the top of my list, I appreciate you accepting me during the healing process. The unconditional love was felt and a light to my healing. If you haven't researched this topic, I would suggest diving into the works of Adam Lane Smith, the Personal Development School, and Heidi Priebe on YouTube. Each have their own unique and wonderful ways of sharing their wisdom. You can also schedule a one-on-one with me. I have broken free of these unhealthy attachment styles, and I have a ton of wisdom that I have attained through having to live with this energy and from outer resources. A secure attachment style comes with much inner work, emotional intelligence, and healthy communication. Libra also has to do with partnerships of all kinds and contracts. This energy can create conflict within connections at this time. It might shine a light on or ask you to release a part of yourself that blocks you from having a secure attachment style. It can also be breaking you free from your old attachment style for good. Another word that's been coming to me is extreme ownership. It's all about seeing the issue, stating the issue, accepting your role, and creating a plan to fix your issue. So you know that your power comes from within, and you can be secure, and you can address your own needs and push through and work through the conflict. Of course, this can have to do with spiritual connections as well. This leads me to a guide that made himself known to me during a Reiki session, Helios. I seen a man that looked like Archangel Gabriel, but I didn't think that it was him. The Reiki master also envisioned putting a pointy sun halo on me. I wasn't sure who it was until later that night. My daughter had homework. She was learning about the 7 wonders of the world. I felt drawn to the lighthouse of Alexandria, so I looked it up. I found all sorts of interesting things, but when I read the name Helios, I thought, who is he? He is known as the sun god. He sees everything that happens in the light. He works alongside of Hecate. She sees everything that happens in the dark. It is my belief that Hecate will support you during crossroads when you are living in the dark. When I had an unhealthy attachment style, she helped me to get through the cycle, repeat, and shift out of the energy. Helios comes along when you are at the crossroads and you've leveled up out of the darkness. He is the energy that makes sure you no longer will repeat the unhealthy cycle. They both have determined that you understand the light and the dark energy needed to release the karma. This energy is also about your relationship with spirit. The more you heal your wounds within, the healthier your attachment style is, the healthier you connect to spirit. Your wounded ego or subconscious isn't directing you or making you misread signs. Last but not least, this energy has to do with the feeling of letting go. I'm not good enough or I'm not doing enough. However, that will show up in your world. For me, it showed up because my dog was ill. I like to get these full moon posts out 4 days earlier, but I knew my attention needed to be with my dog. So rather than beating myself up and reminding me that I'm not doing enough, knowing that I am doing the best I can and that my dog needed my attention. It also shows up as I can be truthful and share my truth because I am enough in the truth of how I am and what my needs are. And if someone else cannot accept that, then or if I trigger them, but doesn't mean that I'm not enough just because it is my truth in which I'm trying to share. So let's explore the Libra energy that is filled with the magic of connection and collaboration. So happy full moon to everyone. Feel free to screenshot these. These are oracle cards that I had been guided to about Helios. If you are stuck in cycles, pray to him, because I kept praying that I would be breaking cycles. I kept telling people that I would be breaking cycles, that was my goal. And if you are unsure of what or how to break the cycle, or what is the underlying energy, or what you need to learn, this is what I love to teach people. I love to point out their core wounds or what they are meant to be learning right now. You can find me online to schedule a one-on-one. I have plenty of options, half an hour card reading or spiritual coaching, along with energy work as well. Everyone have a great day.